Steve Gamache here with another Chef Knives to Go quick look product review, and today we're looking at the Tojiro MVS or molybdenum vanadium stainless color series Nakiri 165mm knife. As mentioned, this knife is the core steel, or it's mono steel, so there's no cladding of layers. So the steel on the blade is molybdenum vanadium stainless steel. The heat treat's not really specified anywhere, but I'm going to guess it's in the 57, maybe 58 Rockwell range. So not too hard for some forgiveness. The weight is 145 grams or 5.1 ounces, and edge length right around 6.5 inches, 165 millimeter, and then the overall length 11.9 inches, 302 millimeters. The spine thickness is about 1.9 millimeters. It pretty much just holds that throughout the entire spine of the blade. Blade height is 47 millimeters on this, and so it's kind of in the medium-low height category for a Nakiri style blade. Out of the box edge, pretty decent. I'll give them a 5 out of 10. They're ground pretty well, and but you can get them sharper, of course. The steel I found pretty good. I sharpened one or two of these, and the steel sharpens pretty well, and I didn't have much issue with any kind of burrs or edges on, wire edges on them. So for me, it sharpened up pretty nicely. The balance point on this, the handles are stick tangs inside there, kind of a hidden tang, so that lightens up the handle, which is kind of cool. It gives you a wah type or Japanese handle feel. So it's a little bit in front of the handle and a little bit behind a pinch grip if you use that, although you can also accommodate, of course, a more racket style grip. Let's take a close-up look at it. The handles on these is a resin, I should say are a resin handle, and they've got a tacky, grippy, rubberized feel or coating to them, and it's real grippy. So nice tactile feel, great grip on these handles. The blade itself has a nice kind of a semi-polished finish to it. You've got some etched Tojiro naming on there for the color series, and talks about the steel made in Japan. And then about the only issues I've really ever had with some of these in terms of fit and finish is they can sometimes leave the spines and the choil, the back of the blade, a little sharp on the edges. Many of them are. So you can always use a little bit of sandpaper to clean that up if you need to. 10-minute job at most, and you'll increase the comfort of the blade. These are fairly thin at the edge, so the performance is decent on them. And just a good kind of a high-quality, low-cost blade. Great for entry level people getting into just slightly better knives, but maybe not up to the point of taking care of really nice, expensive Japanese knives or other knives. Also, culinary students going into school, kind of a high-value blade. Friends, neighbors, like I said, that don't really appreciate fine knives, but you just want to get them something that's sharp, decent steel, that does the job. Good line for that. So let's take a look at the cutting board profile. So this one has just a little bit of belly compared to some Nakiri knives. And so you'll see it's kind of a low, gentle belly. Not a whole lot of pure flat spot. Rounded tip, so you can get pretty high for rock chopping, or I should say rock cutting if you want to. So very low, gentle curve. I think I already covered the balance point, but I'll do it again. So it's a little in front of the handle and pretty much just slightly behind the pinch grip, real nimble, neutral, light feel to these. So it's a real high value line, and pretty decent performance out of these. So they're no super slouch or anything. So there you have the Tojiro MVS molybdenum vanadium stainless color series in black Nakiri 165mm knife.